These ladies are eating bananas in the back. Get your potassium on. Here we go. Come on, baby. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Justine.
And the greatest driver.
Glenn.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Justine.
you owed me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right. Just a couple of quick safety announcements. Rule number 1, if you have a problem with any kind, please pull the overhead cord located in the center of the ceiling. Rule number 2, please stay seated at all times, keeping arms and legs inside the vehicle. 3, there is no smoking allowed on the tour, but you can eat and drink to your heart's content. And lastly, please be prepared for anything: loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and a very good possibility you will get wet. Again, keep your cameras and hair protected, guys. And with that said, we are heading down our movie timeline to the left and right. Posters from films we've done. Up in the past 7 years or so. Speaking of which, 2012, this last year, marked our 100th anniversary of making movies. Here at Universal, was a celebration of this centennial. We just debuted this brand new 100th anniversary new logo you can see on the screen. Next to the Universal Film Theaters, this is the glorious logo you will feast your eyes on. And with all this talk about movies we've done over the past 3 years, let's take a look at the 1940s classic that's right down here on the front line.
I have the room ready for you, Mrs. Barrington. Thank you, Warren.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrington.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Very, very soon. Bella.
Yes?
Heavy bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
All right, guys, and obviously it's not really a 1940s classic because Jimmy Fallon is in it, but it was really filmed down here on the front lot in one of our sound stages. Speaking of which, coming up on your left, you'll get a great shot of stage 12, which has been home to a multitude of high-profile productions, including Live for Your Die Hard, Cream Tropic Thunder, NBC The Voice, and all these films on your screen. Take a look. To NBC's voicing of a number of TV shows here on the lot. Guys with Kids, Go On, starring Matthew Perry, Mindy Product, starring Mindy Kaling of The Office, Chelsea Lately, Parenthood, Formerly Weeds, and Desperate Housewives. To your left, you'll get a great shot of stage 25, which currently along with stages 24, 23, and 22 is on the CSI Crimes Investigation, starring Elizabeth Shue and Ted Danson. And right now to your right, you'll get a great shot of stage 28, which is one of the oldest stages on the front lawn and housed the elaborate Paris Opera House set from the Phantom of the Opera, starring the incomparable Lon Chaney. The Man of a Thousand Faces, undoubtedly one of the most brilliant actors of the silent film era, whether he was in communication publishing his parents' both film or Death Get You. Up next on the left, you'll get a great shot of stage 27, which houses Mission Control from Apollo 13, as well as a few scenes from Lance Lost, The Muppets, Snow White and the Huntsman, and all these films on your screen. Take a look.
Okay, this is not
his heart or his shoes. He stood outside his cave, hating the Who.
Hey guys, Jessica's already. Come on, wait for you.
Perfect, Mr. Kid. We'll be there in a minute.
And in addition to being a movie studio, we here at Universal also own a number of corporate NBC channels, including NBC, Sci-Fi, Pluto, USA, Bravo, NBC Sports, with all the channels, other channels, and we also have quite an extensive television history dating back some 68 years. In addition to the 1939 New York World's Fair, marking our first television broadcast. And to your left, you'll get a great shot of our production bungalows. These will houses serve as offices for some of the busiest writers, directors, and producers in biz. Like Elimination Entertainment, producers like Animal Borax, that Keith cover. Bungalows serve as dressing rooms for some of the biggest stars, including Rob Hudson and Doris Day. Now, however, we use the Star Wagons for the stars to use for restaurants. They're on wheels, so it makes it easier to transport throughout the back lot. Right now, coming on the left is a great shot of Mr. Potato Head next to the Hasbro bungalow. And next to that, you'll see bungalow 5195. That's a familiar profile into the side of that, of course, Hitchcock bungalow. It belonged to the incomparable Alfred Hitchcock. Now, however, it is bungalow office of the De Laurentiis company. They produce shows. They have an upcoming show, Hannibal, which premieres April 4th. Check that out on NBC on Thursday. And we're talking about Hitchcock. Let's take a look at Hollywood's biggest names. See what they have to say about Mr. Hitchcock.
Lou said he could move into that office. I said, no, I could never be in Hitchcock's office. That should be a shrine, a museum.
Very exciting, just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office. Hitchcock has influenced every direction. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the line. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him.
He really understood fear and terror. Birds, that was a really scary movie.
Birds! Oh, man. That had me looking at crows like 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo. It was one of the all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
And of course, Mr. Hitchcock was known as this part of the back lot. We just turned into our metropolitan set where we bring stuff out here, exterior scenes on a very large scale. On June 1st, 2008, 4 acres of this historic back lot were burned in a fire. Now, we do all of the B7 messenger film in our design process began immediately. Based on decades of experience with house building in the industry, we assembled an award-winning team to improve backup locations. To your left, you'll get a great shot of the Hall, London Square, that old building. It's a church that we designed to be non-denominational to allow for a variety of church locations to be able to cemetery to a wedding set. And the buildings you guys saw, as they said, are what we call facades, which in French means front. So we only build the fronts and sides of buildings just so the cameras will actually see, and your imaginations fill in the rest. You may have seen our Metropolitan sets in Beyond 24, How I Met Your Mother, Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man, NCIS, and Transformers. And now we're heading down to the mall at New York Street, one of the busiest filming locations in the world. Let's check in with Jimmy Fallon via satellite.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday night. This is actually my old neighborhood. What's got mugged over there? By an old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
This is one of the busiest filming locations in the world. I mean, some of the biggest stars come to work here every single day. But speaking of big stars, it doesn't get much bigger than this guy right here.
Since bursting onto the big screen in 1933, King Kong has become one of the most powerful and enduring icons in cinematic history. His legacy expands over 7 decades, transcending the media and elevating the colossal giant into a pop culture phenomenon. Keeping that legend alive, Universal Studios Hollywood has maintained a constant home for the beloved beast. Since his dramatic debut in 1986, the 30-foot-tall, 7-ton animatronic Kong quickly became a much-loved fixture on the Universal backlot, terrifying millions of studio tour guests for over 20 years.
Well, over the years, I visited Universal as a tourist, and then more recently, when we were working on our movie, and so I got to experience the old Kong attraction, so I was quite familiar with it.
And now, please give them for Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand because we're about to Skull Island. We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong, and he's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a window into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island.
Everybody, we're back in Skull Island.
Saliva's coming, spit on me. Yucko! Now they're dragging the damn thing, dragging us over the cliff. Oh my God! Woo! I got Kong spit all over me.
Standing over 30 feet tall and 100
Look at that window covered with Kong spit.
Advanced technologies they use today. The film was created by Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson and the team at Weta Digital. Weta has also won 5 Academy Awards and worked on films like King Kong, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Avatar.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. Working on a movie, we always know people are looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shots that they're working on. Here, you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we're used to working on, there's no cuts because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away.
We're really creating about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, and presenting them to the audience, it's a hell of a ride.
And speaking of rides, coming up on the left is Dr. Mulvey has got a great shot of the sweetest rides in Hollywood. Check out our picture cars. The picture car is any car seen on screen by the camera. Take a look.
Magnum PI. Serenity. Knight Rider. Knight Rider car. Lost World. Back to the Future's missing. Here's a Back to the Future.
But of course, when talking picture cars, it doesn't get much bigger, badder, and faster than the awesome cars in the Fast and the Furious series.
Fast and the Furious.
Job rule on, yeah, yeah.
Movie makers rely on our picture cars to really supercharge their films, adding just the right vehicle to make or break a big Hollywood blockbuster. And that's especially true for full throttle films like The Fast and Furious. Combining our picture cars with computer-generated imagery and technology allows us to picture bring truly impossible scenarios to life. And now we're going to see how it all comes together right here in Special Effects Stage B5. Where the boys have been hard at work prepping for today's test runs. Let's see what's going on, shall we?
Clear on the set.
All clear.
Let's see the bullet hit. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Carnage and Karma. Great example of motion control technology. Boys, take a bow. Got any other moves for us, fellas? Oh, dance off. Watch out. Hey. All right, guys, have one more round of applause for Carnage and Karma. Computer-controlled robotics like Carnage and Karma can rehearse all day, taking incredibly precise direction and perfectly repeat performances over and over, all without ever questioning your location. But now I'm taking you guys to the main streets of Tokyo, to a jungle island off the coast of Costa Rica.
To Jurassic Park.
That's right, guys. Welcome to Jurassic Park, where, as you'll see, many of the sets people can from Jurassic Park right here. Like the Mobile Lab to your left, where it's having a very memorable scene with Vince Vaughn and... Wait a minute, what the... Okay, I guess those dinos missed the memo on the whole extinction thing, huh? Well, with everything in Hollywood, extinctions really are only temporary, with talks of a fourth Jurassic Park film roaring to life soon. Now, of course, weather played an integral role in creating just the right mood in the Jurassic Park films. Creating weather's always been kind of a challenge for us here in sunny California. In fact, let's get today's forecast from my man, Al Roker.
It's going to be 75 6 months Texas. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of 5 in precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Island Wall. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neighborhood.
Okay, last one. I don't know about that. I mean, come on, it's not even raining out. Like, what's Al Roker gonna make it rain? I don't think so. It better not rain. I have a date later. I'm pretty excited. We're going to the Cheesecake Factory. No big deal. Okay, so we made it rain. Big deal. Rappers make it rain all the time, guys. Can he make it flood? That's some Jay-Z stuff right there. He can make it flood. And Phil Lennon's kind of like, any little way to do this, right? Stick around and see if we can make it fun, though. Again, I don't want my hair to get all frizzy. This is the second date tonight, guys. I usually don't make it this far, so fingers crossed we can get to the DSGF level, right? What knows? He knows I'm very single, guys. If you guys are cool, like the mist is coming in, my hair is 2 seconds away from frizzy. We just kind of roll out. Oh no! What? Headed straight for the tram! This is totally unexpected! Actually, that flood was the result of thousands of gallons of recycled water being dumped from large tanks up at the top of the hill. That was the same flood used to fix that wire sprinkled with Vince Giamatti and abandoned mines.
You cannot run the wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And moving right along, next up we are heading into our old Mexico area, folks. It's getting cray. Like not so cray, we have to add another cray. That's how cray it is. You may have seen Old Mexico in Paramount Pictures, Indiana Jones and the King of the Crystal Skull. Community, Shameless, and this scene from Tom.
They're about to be crowned the Easter Bunny.
Look, Dad, I want to drum in a band. I want to see the world.
Maybe the Easter Bunny sees every country in one night.
Oh, really, Dad? What about China?
Right, so we haven't cracked China yet.
But we have just crossed the border into the Old West. Welcome to 6 Points, Texas. Let's check in with Jimmy Fallon.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I hear this where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot here.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
I wouldn't see you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good.
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Or you can count on me, fella. Again.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
And you guys may notice the doors on either side of the streets are different sizes. That's for very specific reasons. See, not all the actors back in these days were as tall as John Wayne, the Duke himself, who stood over 6 feet. So the art director would build very small doors for the shorter actors to stand in. And on the opposite end of that spectrum, the damsels in distress tend to be really big doors, so they would appear very vulnerable. Take a look.
If you're just gonna stir things up here, you bet I am.
How dare you hit that man?
Mine hit the ground first. Mine was taller.
And next up, we are heading to one of my favorite parts of the Backlot, our little Europe area, which we can use to create any country the story demands just by changing the language on the signs and set decoration. Let's check in with Jimmy Fallon, see what he has to say about little Europe.
Mi chiamo Jimmy Fallon e tu una grossa bottiglia di vino. Mamma mia!
Cobblestone.
Je m'appelle Jimmy Fallon. Je vais renter baguette. Non, Charlie, no! Hallo, ich bin Jimmy Fallon. Karl Schnitzel. Ich glaub, wie steht auf mich.
And you may have also seen our little Europe area in Pirates of the Caribbean, Prince of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, and Apples, and also Curb Your Enthusiasm and True Blood. And speaking of blood, we here in Universal are known as the birthplace of the horror movie genre. And to your right, you'll get a great shot of our Court of Miracles. This is where many of Hollywood's monsters actually got their start.
When we think of Universal, we think of monsters. Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera. Classic films. They're just brilliantly made. That Frankenstein image, flathead, bolt, it's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. And I was just mesmerized by these movies. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney. I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me. They still ring in our memories now, and we love them.
short because we just got access to take you into what's called a hot set here, which means everything in here has been prepped and it's ready to go for filming. All the director has to do is come in and call action and it's all ready to go. And as you guys can see, it's dressed to look like an abandoned subway station. And it's really important we don't touch anything or move anything or like change anything at all. Otherwise we might have what are called errors in continuity. Sometimes you guys may notice those little errors from time to time, like one I always notice is. Anyway, as I was saying, oh man, this could be the big one, folks. Hang on, hang on. Wow!
Whoa! What? Too late.
We are taking like a Polaroid picture here today. it's not actually good for the development.
What an earthquake, huh?
Guys, that was an 8.3 on the Richter scale, and automatic change like rolling just recording or nothing to do with here at Universal. There are the doors. Oh man. As I was saying, those are the back seats. There are nothing new doors for Universal. Check out this scene from Fox's phone.
What's going on?
Let's get out of here! The water main just broke!
And next up we are heading to Amity Island, which has recently been terrorized by a man-eating shark, i.e. Sean. But not to worry, the shark has totally been taken care of. In fact, my friend George, who happens to be my Cheesecake Factory date tonight, is down there just doing one final sleep in the harbor, just to make sure everything's okay and good to go before people go getting back into that water. Now, as you can see, that's the ship. The shark has been taken care of, so we don't need to worry about that. I don't see George anywhere. I hope this doesn't look stalkery, just like showing up, but whatever. Oh no, is that? Okay, that's a shark, guys. That shark's not actually supposed to be. Oh no, guys, that's George. We gotta warn it. Help me out here, guys. Oh no. So it looks like I'll be flying solo at the Cheesecake Factory again. It's a dangerous situation, guys. I give away a lot of cheesecake. I guess we'll just hide out behind these highly flammable explosive gas tanks. This feels counterintuitive. Like, oh, this is fire. This feels like the exact opposite of safe, people. Alright, I know what you guys are thinking. That shark was really banged up close, huh? Tell me something then. Why were you guys screaming? In reality, Bruce, the mechanical shark, nicknamed after Steven Spielberg's attorney, gave the production so much trouble. On the first day of filming, it sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, prompting the crew to nickname the troubled production Claws. See, Mr. Spielberg tested his shark here on the Universal out in freshwater, but for some reason when it got into salt water, it just wouldn't work.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark worked well enough. For a while there, I had to think of it all time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
On the right, in just a moment, you'll get a great shot of what we call a practical set. It's the White House here. Practical set means both the interior and exterior parts can be used for filming. You may have also seen it in these films on your screen.
Jail.
But now I can take you guys down one of the most famous streets in Hollywood. We are heading down Wisteria Lane as seen on ABC. Desperate Housewives. Coming up on your left in just a moment, you'll get a great shot of this second house here. This coat colors one belongs to Gabrielle. Gabrielle West of the lovely Eva Longoria. Next up, we have the old Munster house to your left. This purple one, that's 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Next up, we have Susan in this yellow house to your left. Susan was played by Terry Hatcher. She lived right next door to Lynette in this Pesto Green house to your left. Lynette was played by Felicity Huffman. She lived there for 5 years, played by Doug Small with 5 children. And coming up down here on the right as we round the bend at the end of the cul-de-sac, this pink house belongs to Edie, who was played by Nicolette Sheridan.
The next morning, Edie Britt decided to announce her return to Wisteria Lane.
Okay, you're not going to believe this, but she's back. Edie, is that really you? You know someone else my age with a body like this? Well, what happened to your tenant? He came into some money and decided to move. You thought, what the heck? Let's move back.
Wait.
Oh, you don't know. I have a husband now. Really? Whose?
And to your left is Blue and Brick House belongs to Bree. Bree was played by Marcia Cross. And next up we have the old Cleaver House here from Leave It to Beaver. That of course is the green and stone house to your left. So grab some pictures on your cameras, then take a look at your screens and see how it all comes together in the hit ABC series Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Oh, what the heck? Let's move back.
Every day, suburban homes, nothing too fancy, but sometimes we get to much more whimsical, fanciful sets like these spectacular Whoville sets from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
It's challenging because the logistics were challenging. We had 11 stages occupied at one time on the Universal lot. One of them was just for putting Who's into their makeup every day. So I felt like it was one of those extravaganzas from the 30s or 40s. Sets that were inspired by Dr. Seuss, brought to life, made functional enough that, you know, we could shoot on them, actors could climb on them, people could do flips off them. It makes me so proud that it's become this kind of evergreen, and that every Christmas rolls around and it means something to a lot of kids.
That's right, guys. These are 4 really spectacular Whoville sets from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Mr. Grinch.
You're as cuddly as a cactus, and as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch.
You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel.
But little did the residents of Whoville know they had nothing to worry about with the Grinch. They were living right next door to Norman Bates. Now wait a minute, is that Norman?
Norman Bates.
OMG guys, that's Norman Bates. And is it just me or is he kind of cute, right? Maybe I should see if he wants to come to the Cheesecake Factory. Or what do you think? Is Red Lobster a better Red Lobster? Is Lobster, oh, it looks like he's single too, right? Maybe I'll invite him to the Olive Garden, guys. I'm Italian, bring him into my culture. Hey Norman! Hi! Listen, I don't know what you're doing later, but I had a date. We were supposed to go to the Cheesecake Factory, but I just have this instinct, like, we should go to the Olive Garden together in Burbank at the town center. Yes? Fantastic. What time works for you? 7? Is 7 good? No, 8? 9? Later, earlier? 6? 5? Are we like senior citizens? Okay, all right, that's a knife. Perhaps he's gonna slice up some tomatoes. Table set. Oh, That was alarming. So 5, did we, 4:30 p.m.? Maybe we could watch a movie afterwards. What do you think of the movie Uncle Buck? No? Maybe. Not an Uncle Buck fan. I find that hard to believe. I mean, John Candy's pretty fabulous in anything. Well, let's meet at the Olive Garden at 4:30 p.m., which is a great dinner time for most adults. And then we'll figure it out from there, Norman. Mwah. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. I have a date. What do I wear? A wedding dress? Is that the one? But now, welcome to one of the most impressive sets ever created. These spectacular craftsman sets from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. To the left is an actual 747 that was destroyed specifically for this scene.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the War of the Worlds, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Down close.
Robbie, get in. Get in.
And of course, War of the Worlds was also directed by Steven Spielberg, who actually got his start right here at Universal when he was just 16 years old. He would come spend summers here. But right now, coming up on the right, we'll get a great shot of this long cabin you may have seen in another John Candy classic comedy, Right Outdoors. The log cabin was also used in the hit TV series Coach, Desperate Housewives, and it's where Shooter with Mark Wahlberg and Deja Vu with Denzel Washington have both filmed here also. And just beyond that, you'll get a great shot of our Falls Lake area, that big blue backdrop with the pit below it. We can use to create any body of water the story demands. You may have seen it in National Treasure Book of Secrets, the Leonardo DiCaprio film Inception, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and all these films on your screen. And moving right along, now don't worry, that cow was not harmed during the filming. It actually wasn't even a real cow. It was sprayed using CGI, computer-generated imagery. But right now, we're going back to the park, which I'm bummed about because you guys have been awesome today. With all the raising of the roof and the face paint and the bananas. We love that. But we're going to reward you guys for being so awesome by taking you not just any route. We're going down this abandoned tunnel that was being used to film Sister Act 3D, Guns in Egypt with Whoopi Goldberg. But apparently some weird stuff started happening and the whole production shut down. But thankfully, are we allowed in here? No. But huge bugs, road! Okay, and I don't see a light at the end of this tunnel. I immediately regret the decision, folks. Bad call.
This is not good.
You guys were really awesome. Give it up for yourselves. Yes. Fantastic. And one more time for Glenn, who saved our lives like 4 times. And of course we gotta check in with my man Jimmy Fallon one more time.
Well, I can't believe it. We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about